Okay, Geoff, Sham, that's obviously a disappointing result, 3-1. Again, I mean, I guess we start with where we started on Saturday, which is first goal goes in from a corner.
Yeah, we tried a different setup today, and for the majority of it, it works, but it's just it's that little bit of desire we're talking about, really, because obviously we set up with a combination of zonal sort of man-to-man marking, and I just think we just have to do better from an individual perspective, because they're hitting the zones, but the players are there. So therefore, it's kind of like, if you're a player, you leave it. And we saw it quite famously, with the Man City goal. Walker not tight enough. Gabriel gets screws, and that's constantly happening with us. So listen, if you see something repetitive and it keeps happening, it's down to us, really. It's not really necessarily down to the players. I mean, it's individual, yes, but we have to set up better, really, you can see, because what's happening now is just every team that is seeing it is thinking that's a weakness of theirs. And then what's happening as well, it's becomes, as Sham was saying in the dressing room earlier, it becomes a mental block. All of a sudden there's a bit of panic, set pieces and stuff, and all we can do is just work hard on it on Thursdays, to make sure we limit it, because we're not giving ourselves a chance. Listen, like, in terms of games, yes, we made a few changes today, but you should be allowed to have rough patches and see through them. Yeah. And should be able to, maybe you're not playing your best, just get through to half-time, 0-0, regroup. But what's happened is, when we're going for a rough patch or through a game, we're then still conceding, so then we're leaving ourselves too much to do. Second half, we competed better, but overall, I just don't think we sort of worked hard enough today to sort of create enough chances and to disrupt them. They had a young side out today, and I've discussed it before. In this sort of league, the mobility and the energy, is constant. It's a lot of the teams kind of come here, and the first thing on their mind, is we're going to work hard, and we have to match that continuously, no matter what team we put out. We've got to work hard. I mean, the basics of fundamentals of football, we've got to work harder than that. And then we just looked like we just didn't win enough first and second balls to even give us a stranglehold in the game. We changed it second half. We brought Noah and Joe on, but they couldn't really get in the game because we just weren't competing enough. We couldn't sustain the attacks. If you remember the same against Lewisham, it's totally different. We could sustain the attacks, keep them in their half. We couldn't really do that. So it's something, as I said, we just got to assess and see, because we want to give, obviously, you want to give squad rotation. We've got a few cups and stuff, and you want players to get match practice, so if they are needed, they can come in and straight. But at the moment, looking at it, you're thinking, oh, if so-and-so is away or this person's away, you might struggle a bit, because you're not sure what you're going to get. And we've got to try and find a form of sort of consistency there, no matter the team we'll put out. Otherwise, we've got to strengthen in areas, and that's what we told them. I mean, everything we say in the interview, we say to the boys in there, if we need to do that, strengthen a few areas just to make sure we can go through a period like this, because it's 3 games in 10, so they have to play 3 games in a week. We have to rotate. We have no choice. So if the level's going to drop that badly, then we've got to look at it, really, and say, okay, cool. Given 10 games, this is where we are. We need to improve and do a bit better, and that's what we told the players. But listen, Saturday's a new game, big game for us. Another game of this season where I think we need to put performance in, get a result at home for what's happened obviously recently. It's our job to get them up for it, and and put the right team out that's going to compete.
Okay. Sham, do you want to talk about the setup? We obviously had a new goalkeeper in today. How he not to blame for any of the goals.
No, I mean, Josh has been training with us for a little while now, and he deserves his chance. As Geoff said, we can't expect Jack Francis to play every single game, all the cups, so we need to start looking at other goalkeepers. And he's been showing what he can do at training, good shot stopper, good with his feet. And he coming today, I don't think any of the goals were his mistake. I don't think he made any drastic mistakes. He done really well, to be fair, for a debut. We also had Seb on the bench from the MDT team. He made his debut today, and he looked quite comfortable. So we're happy for them and proud of them.
We started off with a 3, changed to a 4 after the second goal, was it? We looked better with a 4. It looked like Felix got further forward, we had carried a bit more of a threat than we had done.
Yeah, I think with a 3 as well, if you're not really playing well with the ball and you're inviting pressure on, there's more holes in the back line. So we thought, gone 2-0 down and we need to protect, don't get any worse than 2-0 before half time, go to a 4 where everyone 100% understands their job. And that's what we did, and as you said, it looks a bit better, a bit more sturdier, and we could maybe build a bit more attack, get more bodies forward. But I think it's one of those games, as Jess mentioned, we didn't win our first balls, we didn't win our second balls, we didn't win our tackles, we didn't match the work rate. And to be honest, the players have been told in the change room tonight. That's why we was in the change room.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Because they heard my voice for a long time.
No, okay. And it's quite clear, you're disappointed with the levels and everything like that. A quick word for Adam, who scored the goal from the corner. That was the one sort of bright spot, but at least we did score from the corner.
Yeah, we did, and it was a good header from him. In fact, good connection, put it right in the corner. But again, I'll go back to we're the home team. This is supposed to be our fortress.
Yeah.
We had 2 shots on target. Adam scored a header, and I think Bailey had an 8
right at the end.
So I'm not happy.
All right, okay, that's clear. All right, final. Geoff, you want to say something else? Or?
No, I think he summed it up. But listen, it's not all doom and gloom. Like I say, we're still relatively just at the playoffs. We just got through to the bars, so that's the disappointing part of it as well. That we built the momentum on Saturday. We wanted to have that good feel factor tonight to then go with massive confidence in the Canterbury game. Because as I said, we're playing against another team in and around us, and we've spoken enough about this before about trying to win these games. So we wanted to go in with a bit of confidence. So that's the disappointing part, really. But listen, we'll go again in training. Like I said, working a few things, go with a plan. Big game at home. I know obviously the women's team are playing the following day. It's a bit of a plug, so if you can get down there. But for those who will be coming out, we've got to put performance on, and that's always our objective, and that's what we owe the fans, to give them something to cheer about to come out there. So that's our job. Like I said, we'll go away, have a think. We've got a few days to contemplate. And this is the fun part for me, for management anyway. The easy part's when you're winning games back to back. You don't have to change much, and everyone sort of becomes routine. It's finding solutions and different problems across the season. That's the fun part of management, I find, and we will do that because we always have, and that's what we will do.
Great, okay. Thanks to both of you. Don't stop there, Paul. I was just going to say happy birthday to you.
Yes, apologies.
Not getting you a win.
Yeah, thanks again.
Always there with the camera, sometimes in front of it. Well done. Happy birthday.